Hello everybody. Back again. I know they're far and few in between, but I just, like I said in my last video, I haven't been buying a lot of records. And I actually just kind of made like a big purchase of music related, but not record related. But I'll talk about that later. I haven't even gotten them yet, but whatever. A couple things to show. Like I said, I've been buying sparingly, but they are choice indeed. First off, we got Keith Jarrett, Birth, with Dewey Redman, Paul Motion, Charlie Hayden. This is just an awesome, 70s fusion record. Funky as hell, with a couple pieces that I don't know if you call them free jazz as much as it is sort of just an out there experimental jazz. Awesome record. Somebody posted this on the Facebook page, and I had to get it. It was cheap, so. Speaking of cheap, I got this record for $2. $6 was shipping, but $2 the actual bid price. Wreck Soul Train. The name itself, Soul Train, is a bit misleading. It's a noisy alternative sort of angular rock, very just offbeat, just just no rhyme or reason to it. Not even really rhythm to it half the time. But the shit that just I kind of really like. Noisy rock. And of course, I found out about the album because Steve Albini recorded it, or in this case produced it. That's what they say, but I'm pretty sure he recorded it, engineered it, whatever. It's always different for him, but still sealed. I know what that sounds like, but I have not actually gotten around to spinning the vinyl. Really enjoy that, and anything Steve Albini does, not always, but mostly gold. And speaking of Albini, he produced this one, or engineered this one. Failure, Comfort, their first album. In my opinion, one of the best albums to come out of the 90s. This is so good. Oh, beautiful melodic, layered guitars that are all distorted and overdrive and gained out or fuzzed out, that are just almost sort of making melody with each other, sometimes against each other. Awesome album. Some people might call it grunge because it was around that time, 92, but it's just an awesome alternative record to me. So, they recently got back together, reunited, and did an album a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago, something like that. But, for me, you can't beat the first. They had some hits with their other albums. They're all good, but their first album is just mind-blowingly good. And it has that very signature Steve Albini drums, like that kind of almost dead-sounding, flat drums. I really like that. At the Drive-In's new record. What really needs to be said? It's like they didn't even miss a beat. And you could stick half these songs in Relationship of Command, and it you just think the album was longer. It's just, they got back together. They've been, touring and everything. And then this came out beginning of this year, I think. And, it's just classic At the Drive-In. Everything about it. I love it. What can I say? I had to wait like 6 months for this. They had some kind of shipping error with a company who pressed it or something. Who the hell knows? Kikagaku Moyo, Stone Garden EP. I love this band. I found out about this band from Bandcamp very shortly after the first album came out, I think. Because it wasn't long after I ordered it that the original pressing sold out. Then they had like 5 repressings of the album. It's so good. But anytime something comes out from them, I gotta get them. Killer Japanese band. The last couple albums, including this one, is just sort of been almost like a 60s, underground Japanese psychedelic sound. I hope that they're not sort of falling into that, because the first couple albums were really experimental. And they had, you know, sort of a grander sound to them. And they were going out places. And I hope they're not sort of boxing themselves into that 60s sound. But regardless, I love the band. Again, it's still sealed. I haven't bothered to open it. But I had the download, so I have been listening to it. And it's a great album. What can I say? And last, I got to show some more Japanese goodness. I don't know how you pronounce the name. Pikachu or Pikachu and Makoto from Kawamoto Makoto, of course, from Acid Mother's Temple. You guys all know I'm an Acid Mother's Temple freak. Just a killer noisy rock album. You know, some electronic pieces, some freakouts going on, weird offbeat drums and some vocal oscillations. Just out there experimental rock. That's what I'm going to call it. And I mean, anything, you know, Kawamoto Makoto, I just put it down. I'm taking it. So, very cool to pick that one up. I'm always on the outlook for any more Acid Mother's Temple related material I could find. There's some more I want to buy, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But whatever, it'll come around eventually. Oh yes, I was thinking, since I'm not making very many videos, to sort of get myself to come back on here in a more timely manner. I was thinking maybe if anybody has any questions, something they'd like to know about me, about the collection, about, you know, my music habits, whatever, you know, write them down in the comments. If I get a bunch of people asking questions, I'll make a video and I'll respond. Sort of a way to get to know me a bit better, and like I said, to get me to make a damn video again, because I have not been buying records. Sadly, not been buying records. But I am listening. So, it's not all a loss. I got plenty to listen to. Yeah, whatever. Thank you all for hanging with me, and as always, till next time.